Hello everyone. So today in this video I will try to install um, Docker, and after that I will create um, a container, and in that container I will install a DHCP server to see how Docker works. So everyone is talking about Docker, all the internet is full about Docker containers, Dockers. So let's see what the magic here is. I have a CentOS, and I have here the documentation on how to install the Docker. So as you know, everything we install on Linux, if we have access to the internet, everything comes from a repository, and Docker also needs a repository to be added to your Linux configuration, so that it can actually go and search for what it needs to install. So the guys from Docker tell us that we should first install the DNF plugins core. Let's do that. So I'm connected. I'm connected with the root account, and I do not have any additional repositories, just those that are created during or after the operating system is installed. And let's do that first. So let's install this. Okay, it's installed. So it installed more than one thing. Okay, it's also installed Python. Okay, so this is done. The next step, we just add the repository. So you can access this repository also if you browse it. So it's no voodoo here. And this is the repo that we will install. If we open this, we will see other stuff, but we don't want to check that out. We just want to add the repository. Okay. So let's see. Okay, repo. Okay, now we can check that with repo list. Okay, we have our new repo attached, and now we just have to install the package itself. So we can install the latest version or a specific version. We will go with the latest version. Normally I only use this, but if they say we should install everything here, but I believe if we install only the Docker CE, it will install all the dependencies. But let's check that, because we can check that with a nice command. If we say dnf install, okay, let's see, let's go back. So if we go with dnf install and then we say download only, and we say destination directory, let's say root, we don't care, equal root, and let's say docker, and then we say docker. Okay, let's see, does it find all the other things or just one? RPM. Okay, so even if we go with just install with Docker CE, we will get everything else. Let's see, is it the same? So Docker C CLI, okay, container, and Docker build plugin, and also Docker compose. Okay, so I will say no here. Let's install this as they recommend. So I don't even need to use sudo because I am connected with the root. But it will work anyway. Oh, why didn't I use the copy? I don't know. So let's go back and let's see. Yes, so it's the same thing. We say yes, and it should start to download and install everything. Yes. Okay, so no errors anywhere. Clear. We can then go to the next step. I believe we have to enable it. Yeah, enable it and then start it. Okay, enabled. And then just start. Let's see, what did they say? When you boot the system, you do not want Docker to start or use. Ah, okay. Let's just. Ah, okay. So it will start when we boot the system, and if we do not want it to start when we boot the system, then just go like this. Yeah, no problem. But let's see, did it start? So let's check. Let's check that with systemctl. Sysctl status and Docker. Okay, so it's active running, it's enabled. Okay. And from what we saw there, we should also test it with that hello world. Let's see. Docker hello run. Let's see how this goes. Okay, hello world latest, hello world from Docker. Okay, so this looks good. We can also check the Docker version. 275, okay. And I believe this was it for the Docker installation. So we didn't have any errors and it installed. So this is done. Now let's also create a container. I need to create for that a new directory. Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, clear, and let's create Docker test, and in that Docker test, let's make another directory. Let's call it DHCP. container. And let's connect to, let's go to the DHCP container, because here we have to create a Docker file, and we can create, I already have the text for that, but I will try to explain it as I understood it. So I will create it with nano Docker file, and then just paste it. So let's go line by line. So this one, we just telling our Docker where to get the image for the container, because the containers do need to run on an image. And this is just if you go to this HTTPS, and you will find, let's actually go here, if we can. Okay, agree. So we basically are coming here, and because we set stream 9, we will download this. So not we, but when we create the container, this file will be used. So this image will be used, and we have, of course, different images, so we can use anything here. We also have older versions, but basically that's the first line. And then where am I? Okay, now this is the normal command to install the DHCP server. And the second one, the third line so the third line is the DHCP conf. So this we need to create. I will create it in a few seconds, in the same directory where we've done where we created the Docker file, and this will just copy the file inside the container. The next line, this expose, means that the container will configure itself to communicate with the underlying Linux, so with the CentOS to be able to communicate through, and basically to communicate and accept incoming traffic on port 67 and 68 that is required for the DHCP. And the last line is just this is how the container will start the DHCP daemon, and -f. This -f means that it will put it in the foreground, because from what I've read in some articles, the containers need to have the service in the foreground. If this service, so if this goes in the background, then the container will shut down. Okay, let's just save this. And Control X. Let's create that DHCP conf file, and we should be able to create one that also works. Let me see if config. Let me see. I have two network cards. One is in this network, and the other one is in the other network. Okay, let's use this one. Okay, 235. Okay, so I will create the DHCP for this network 235. Okay, so let's let me just clear this, and again with nano I will just create the file. So it's called dhcpd.conf. Okay, and I have something already prepared. Come on. Copy paste doesn't work all the time. Copy and paste. Okay, so this is unusual DHCP configuration, and I said we go with, oh come on, we go with 235. Okay, subnet is fine. Gateway range is from 235 the 1020 to 235 200. Yeah, it's enough. The gateway 235, it's 2 from my knowledge, so those are DNS servers. Okay, and I will leave this here even if we do not have a domain, but it doesn't matter. I will just leave it there. Let's save and exit. Okay, so we have our file, and the next thing that we need to do is we need to build the container, and that is done with this command docker build -t and DHCP. Come on, DHCP server space and a dot. So let me see, docker build -t. Okay, now let's see, does it work or does it not work? Failed. Okay, no such file in the directory. Did I not write the name correctly? Oh yeah, I mistyped. No problem. So let's see, let's rename this. So as you can see, it absolutely needs the Docker file to be named exactly like that. We add another C here. Docker file. Okay, let's see now. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, so magic is happening. I believe it's now downloading that image. It's installing the DHCP services. Okay, and it's done. Okay, let's clear this out. Now we have to start the container. So we can first check if we have it started, it's exited. Okay, let's that's the hello world. Okay, so our container is not yet listed, but I believe we can see the image, docker images, docker images. Okay, so this is our image that we just used to create the container, and the other one is from the hello world. And yeah, let's run the let's start the container Docker. So for the DHCP, but just in this case, we need to run it like this, because the container will use the host network stack directly, because it needs that to be able to function. And we just call it DHCP server. Okay, let's see. Okay, I believe it started because it's listening on. Okay, let's Control C. Come on, okay. Let's see, clear. Do we have it working or not? -A. Okay, so it is up. We don't have any errors. As you can see here, it gets dynamic names, but we can rename that. Let me see, Docker rename. It's very intuitive, so you can easily rename it. Or let's say, let's take the name and write our own name, DHCP, and let's call it container. Okay. Okay, so we renamed it. It's up. Let's see if it works. I also have another Linux in the same network that was on the lookout for a DHCP server. Let's see if we got an IP. So yeah, this is what we configured. So the range was starting from 120, and it got the first IP. So it seems that it works. This is the default route and the DNS that was configured. Let's also see in the container, not here. Where is it? Okay, so we should be able to see the leases directly in the container, and if the container is started, this is the way how you can interact with it. I mean, to access it. So docker exec -it, and then we need the container name. So this, the name or the container ID. Let's go with the name because it's easier to understand. Oh, come on. Okay, and then in and bash. Did I do it wrong? Maybe no space. I believe it's no space here. No. So docker exec, sorry, yes, mistyped again. And let's have a little space here. Still not working. Why does it not work? What did I do wrong? Docker. Let's exit. I believe I already was in the Docker. Let's see. Clear. Now one more time. So Docker exec. DHCP container bin bash. Okay. Okay, I believe I'm in because nothing worked. Let's see the leases are always here in the var lib DHCP, DHCPD and DHCPD leases. Okay, so yeah, we are in the Docker, but I was expecting that I can see here the ID or the name of the container. It doesn't matter. So we list IP 120 to our machine, and the client hostname is called online. Does it? Are you called online? Let's see. Yeah, so I believe this was it. It absolutely worked. Yeah, if you want to do this by yourself, don't forget that you can always use those AIs, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, everything you want. They will help you a lot on understanding and working with Dockers and containers. There are a lot of things that you can do with the Dockers, with the containers. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you.